So the first one is additional resources, and these are specifically like online resources to be able to make it so that the professors don't have to generate ethics-related content or assignments from nothing. As somebody who has professionally created like well over 100 lesson plans that are used by educators and students around the world, with each one of those lesson plans averaging like at least a dozen pages, I could say it takes a lot of time to be able to design higher education courses, which I've done that as well, or to be able to create lessons, content, curricula, etc. So to be able to like draw from a pool of resources that are available, or like assignments that include ethics, etc., that makes your life so much easier. It's just one less thing that you have to worry about as an educator. Maybe you might like take one of these resources and modify it to make it more customized for the students that you're working with, but that is a whole lot easier than having to come up with something on the fly, especially if you're not as familiar with ethics as some of the K-12 teachers are in the paper that I'll unpack next week. But I will point out that some of the professors who responded mentioned that, hey, I actually prefer to create my own assignments and whatnot, and I would have done the same thing and did the same thing when I was in the classroom. Now, the second thing that supported integrating ethics into competing courses was collaboration with others. So this could be other faculty members within your department, or maybe even outside of the department, or outside of your school, or even district. As one of the professors mentioned, they kind of question the ethics of some of their other colleagues, which I'm sorry, I've been there, done that, left that organization where I was questioning that as well. So I know exactly what that feels like. But there are ways that you can actually collaborate with people who are ethical, who might not be within your like organization, corporation, higher education institution, or whatever. And the last thing kind of relates to this is just having a community. So this community could be in their department, it could be like peers in the field, it could be like just a general research community, or even a conference community, like meeting up at a group, or talking with other participants or audience members at like a conference session at like something like SIGCSE or CSTA's conference, whatever. But this could also include like digital communities. So going on to Twitter or other online communities like CSTA's community board and other resources and whatnot. So there are many ways that you can kind of connect with or collaborate with other people. So the support structures for number 2 and 3 are kind of like hand in hand, collaboration with others and community. And I guess it could also go hand in hand with the first one in that you could kind of collaborate on creating additional resources that you then share in your community, etc., which is one of the things that I do. So like my website, I've got hundreds, if not thousands of free resources on my website because I've been working on it for over 20 years now, sharing a bunch of like drumming stuff. There's over 1,400 hours of drumming content on there. I'm sharing a bunch of gaming stuff. And then there's a ton of computer science education stuff that was like the lesson plans that I previously created for the classrooms that I used to teach, or the lesson plans that I professionally created that were used by teachers and educators around the world. All of those things are available for free because I want to be able to help people, because I totally understand how helpful it can be to have additional resources. And I had the benefit of like not having kids and having a wife who was also very busy. So I had plenty of like quote unquote free time to be able to create these resources and share them for free with other people. But I understand that not every educator has that opportunity to do so. If you want to listen to the full episode of this podcast, check out episode 182 of the CSK8 podcast on any podcast platform you listen to.